Hello everyone, today I'm starting a new video series on data mining, or what we know as knowledge discovery in databases. So what led to data mining or big data? As we know, we now live in information age. Anything we want to do now, we do it using information technology. If we want to make reservation, airport reservation, we do it using information technology. If we want to book an hotel, we do it using the internet. Banking transaction, online transaction, and all other sorts of transaction. So as we are doing this transaction, the data is being stored somewhere. So there is data explosion problem. There is explosive growth of data, which data is going from terabyte to petabytes because of this data we are getting. And as I first said earlier, the major source of our data is found in business, that is the e-commerce, online transaction, and other sort of business. So this information that we are getting, this data that we are generating, is being stored somewhere. Also, we get it through the society, such as news, digital camera, YouTube, and any other form, social media. So all this information are stored somewhere, and this data are going. We are not drawing in data but starving of knowledge. We are getting more and more data every day, but we are starving of knowledge. And necessity, as they say, is the mother of invention. This data must be analyzed in order to gain knowledge from it. That's what led to data mining. So data mining is the automated analysis of data in order to gain knowledge. Now, what is data mining, or what we know as knowledge discovery in databases? It is the extraction of interesting, non-trivial, implicit, previously unknown, and potentially useful information or patterns from data in large database. So data mining is the extraction of interesting information or patterns from data in large database. And this information must be not trivial, that is, it must not be obvious, it has to be extracted. And also it must be implicit, which means the knowledge is embedded in the data, so it has to be extracted from the data. Also, it must be previously unknown, which means it has to be a new knowledge, which is the novelty aspect of it. So it has to be novel, it has to be previously unknown, and it must be potentially useful. So it has to be useful knowledge. So the information we are getting, the pattern we are getting, it has to be useful. And also there are alternative name for data mining, which is knowledge discovery in databases, data or pattern analysis, business intelligence, knowledge extraction. As times goes on, we know the reason why we have alternative names for this data mining. Also, it is important to note that data mining is not simple search or query processing, such as Google or any other query, in which when we want to make a text reservation, we query the database to know whether there is available space in the database. This is not data mining, because data mining will be from historical data. So this simple search like Google and other things is not data mining. Also, expert system is also not data mining, because some set of axioms are stored in somewhere and new statements are generated. That's how expert systems work. This is also not data mining. Now that we know what data mining is, why do we need data mining? There are several reasons why we need data mining. Some of them are for credit ratings or targeted marketing. For example, given a database of 1000 names, which person are the least likely to default on their credit cards. So through data mining, we are likely to know that, and we are also able likely to identify responder to sales promotion. For example, we want to promote our sales and other things. Through data mining, we can identify those that are likely to respond to it. Also, data mining can be used for fraud detection, because we will be able to identify which type of transaction is likely to be fraudulent, given the demographic and transactional history of a particular customer. Just like I said earlier, that data mining is from historical data. So given the history of that particular transaction of a particular customer, we will be able to know whether this current transaction is fraudulent or not. Also, it can be used for customer relationship management. We as in we will be able to know which of the customer are likely to be most loyal, which are most likely to leave for competitor, and the way in which we can resolve the issue and keep the customers. And it can be used for other things in bioinformatics or biodata analysis, also for test mining and other things. So there are several reasons why we use data mining. Most times many people confuse data mining with knowledge discovery in database. Here we want to source it out. Many people treat data mining as synonyms for another popular term known as knowledge discovery in databases, while others just view it as essential step in knowledge discovery in databases. As you can see here that data mining is the fifth step in knowledge discovery in databases. So the steps in knowledge discovery is, the first one is data cleaning, which is here, which means to remove noise and inconsistency and replace missing values and inconsistency and other things. The second step is data integration, in which multiple data sources may be combined. It is done in a way that redundant data are removed. Multiple data sources are combined together. Maybe a bank has many branches somewhere, so they combine all their data together and other things. The third step is data selection. This is where relevant data that are related to the analysis tasks are retrieved from database in order to have condensed representation of data sets. This is where we select the data we want to use in order to neglect some other data. So in order to have a condensed form and smaller volume of data, and this is done in a way that data integrity is maintained. The first step is where the data is transformed, that is the data transformation. Data is transformed and consolidated into forms appropriate for mining by performing summary or aggregation operations. So it is the last step, the final step in data processing, which is to transform into appropriate form of data mining. So this data transformation is the last step in data processing. So starting from step 1 to the first step, they are data processing. So the data transformation is the way to transform the data to the form in which we want to use it for modeling. For example, we can transform age to date of birth and any other things. Also, the data mining, which most people confuse for knowledge discovery in databases, it is an essential process where intelligence methods are applied to extract pattern. So in data mining, we apply different methods to extract data pattern, and the pattern which are extracted, we evaluate them on the sixth step, which is pattern evaluation. So the sixth step is to identify the truly interesting pattern representing the knowledge based on interestingness measures. So we evaluate the pattern here based on some measures, and the final step is knowledge presentation. This is where we visualize the knowledge we've gained through knowledge visualization and knowledge representation techniques, and present the mind knowledge to users. So here we use visualization techniques in order to interpret the data for those that will not be able to understand it. So from this view, we've shown that data mining is just a step in knowledge discovery in databases. But one thing I want to know is that it is an essential step because it uncovers hidden patterns, because this is where we extract the pattern in knowledge discovery in databases. But in industry, media and other research output, the term data mining is also used to refer to the entire process in knowledge discovery. Maybe because data mining is shorter than knowledge discovery, so that's why most people confuse it as data mining. So most people refer to data mining as knowledge discovery. So if you have any question, please drop it at the comment section, and do not forget to like and share it with your friends, and also subscribe. You can also follow us on our social media page at Message Academic on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.